collusion, pretty compelling evidence. All of this is evidence of collusion. And you either have to look the other way to say it isn't, or you have to have a different word for it, because it is a corrupt dealing with a foreign adversary during a campaign.
Oh, yes, a little deja vu. That was California Congressman Adam Schiff, then the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, pushing the debunked, made-up Russia collusion story, despite knowing, as chairman of the committee, that there was, in fact, no evidence to support such a thing, and saying so during President Trump's term in office. Schiff's role in promoting the widely discredited Steele dossier ended up costing him his seat on the House Intelligence Committee last year, when he was ousted by former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Now, Schiff is looking for a promotion to the upper chamber of Congress, as he is one of several candidates running for the Senate seat in California this upcoming Tuesday on Super Tuesday. It was formerly held by the late Dianne Feinstein. Joining me right now is one of Schiff's opponents, California Republican Senate candidate and former Major League Baseball player, Steve Garvey, who, in the latest poll from UC Berkeley, is currently leading the field, with the top 2 vote getters advancing to the general election this November. Steve, it's wonderful to have you here on the program. Welcome.
Thank you, Maria. It's great to be with you.
So let's talk about your platform and whether or not you have a path to win. You are going up against Adam Schiff, you hope, in November. What's most important going into Super Tuesday for you?
Well, Maria, I've had 50 years of currency here in California. You know, my days of playing for the Dodgers and Padres, September 1st of '69. I got to Dodger Stadium, a bunch of young kids, minor leaguers came up. I put a uniform on for the first time. My dreams came true. And that's really what California is all about. Over the last 50 years, people have come here with their dreams. They wanted to start families, great schools for their kids. They had their dreams, and you know what? A one-party state has suppressed that. It's taken the hardworking people of California, and it's put them into a malaise. And I've walked the state the last 7 months and talked to the people, looked them in the eye, asked them about their life, their quality of life. Is it better now than it was 3 years ago? And moms had tears in their eyes. They said, Steve, we get up in the morning, we try to figure out how we're going to get through the week. Dads are saying, you know, I go to the gas station and hardworking Californians are buying $10 worth of gas in that 10 gallons. Young families like mine, they can't buy a house. The single greatest currency because mortgage rates are too high. So I'm running for the soul of California.
And right now, President Biden and Governor Gavin Newsom are trying to make it easier for the illegals to get a mortgage with no interest. This was a story this past week about these new mortgages that are being offered to illegals. You went to the border, I know, in California, in San Diego, and I know now this is being called the new hotbed because Governor Abbott has put razor wire in place in Texas. They're coming in through San Diego. What can you tell us?
Maria, the true war is the war against America by illegal immigrants. I went to the border with Congressman Darrell Issy. We went down to the ocean, started there. This is a point where the immigrants swim around. They're given life vests. They die frequently. And by the way, Mexico dumps its sewage on the coastline. It comes to America, and 2 or 3 miles or 4 miles have to be shut down. We need to deal with Mexico. Then we went to the top of the wall, top of Otay Mountain, very close to Jacumba, and we saw openings that weren't finished by this administration. And we saw a village, and in that village was a big mansion in the middle. And we asked the Border Patrol, what's that? They said, that's the terrorist cartel that are vetting these people before they come across, stealing their money, doing whatever to them. Inhumane thing.
Welcome back. And I'm back with California Senate candidate Steve Garvey. Steve, you are running in a highly liberal state. Do you have a path for victory come November?
We do, Maria. This is probably the single most difficult seat in America for conservative moderate. We have a narrow path, but you know that path is built on common sense, compassion, consensus building. You know, I built championship teams. I unite people. But more importantly, I talk to moms and dads, grandmothers and grandfathers about their future, their families, their children. I talk about this is a campaign for their souls. You know, I don't judge people. I listen to them from the inside out. And they're speaking loudly now about it's time for change. This fresh-faced young kid who's got common sense, who we know, who we trust, who we used to watch. 30,000 people went to work with me and watch me go out with passion every day. You know, I never took the field for Republicans or Democrats or for independence. I took the field for all the fans, and now I'm running for all the people.
And you say you run into people and they say thank you. They're glad that they have an alternative.
And God bless you. You know, we get up on Sunday mornings, we listen to you, we go to church, we thank God for our lives, living in California in this great country. And then 7 months ago, I decided I was better than this. I had a voice. I was going to stand up for the people, and now they're making their voices heard. So we're going to go from here, Maria.
Anything you want to say to Adam Schiff, your number one opponent right now?
Well, yeah, in the debate, I said you were censored, one of only 3 congressmen in history. And by the way, sir, you lied to 300 million people when you can't take that back.
Right. Thank you so much, Steve Garvey. We'll be watching. That'll do it for us. I'll see you tomorrow.
You're popular in San Diego, popular in Los Angeles, and now you want to be popular as a politician. How do you explain your surge?
Well, it's simple. You know, for 20 years, I went to work with 30 or 40,000 people that got to know Steve Garvey. My passion, my commitment, the ability to build teams and unite teams, win championships, and that currency of millions of people, they've stood up. And once I started running, I started listening to my common sense, compassionate, consensus building plea to them. And I said to them, let me fight crime in the streets for you. Let me try to get the homeless off the streets and get care for them. Let me help fight the border. By the way, the cartels are the true terrorists. They're the ones that infiltrate, they organize. I've been to the border from the ocean, San Diego, to almost to Puma, and I've seen daily all these people coming across. It's the true war against America. So I stood up and I said, I'll be your voice. You be the wind beneath my wings, and I'll go back to Washington, step up every day, and go to bat for you.
You know, the problem is, Steve, as you know, most of the people that would have voted for you have left. A lot of people have left. They said, I see what's happening in California. I see the taxes. I see the ridiculous environmental haranguing that's happening, and it affects me the gas pump and my utility bill. How do you deal with a state that is going so far left that the moderates and right are leaving?
Well, that's my challenge. But to talk to people, look them in the eye, ask them what are their challenges, what are their quality of life, build a consensus of going back to Washington, and I will be the next U.S. elected senator from California.
All right.
And start to go to work. I'll meet with all 99 senators. I'll stick out my hand. I'll tell them I want to work with them. But it's the people that I serve, people of California, people of this country. They know where my heart is. It's a campaign of grace and civility, and people are standing up and answering with their votes.
All right, so a couple of things. Adam Schiff is your jungle primary. Means the top 2 candidates are the ones that go to the finals in November. And it could be 2 Democrats or 2 Republicans, it doesn't matter. Adam Schiff wants you. He doesn't want to go against Katie Porter. He's actually putting millions of dollars into your campaign. And right now, in a lot of polls, you're in a statistical tie. What do you say to Adam Schiff?
Well, it's working. You know, we've gone from 0 to 27 to 29%, and ahead of him, by the way, in less than 5 months. In the old network movie where Peter Finch stands up and he says, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Well, the people of California who have been suppressed by one party are saying they're mad. They're not going to take it anymore. We know Steve Garvey. We know his heart. We know he cares about us. We know he's not going to vote 98% down party lines. He's going to vote what's best for us. He's going to fight the terrorism of cartels. He's going to step up every day. And, you know, these are career politicians who have failed the people. Right. It's time for change, a fresh young face with new ideas, but somebody that knows that he can make a difference, and I think people believe that I can.
And you also have the biggest forearms in the history of politics. Steve Garvey, absolutely. Thanks so much, Steve. Great to see you. Best of luck in the stretch run. I know you're not going to be outworked. That's pretty clear.